Tonight, when the sun goes down, you will flip a switch. Light will flood the room. You will not think twice about it. But for almost the entire span of human history, that switch did not exist. When the sun set, the world went dark, and that darkness was not just an absence of light, it was a presence of danger. Your fear of the dark feels irrational now. You are an adult. You know there is nothing under the bed, and yet something in you still tightens when the lights go out in an unfamiliar place. Why does a feeling this old refuse to fade? The answer starts almost 2 million years ago on the grasslands of East Africa. Early humans were not the strongest animals on the savanna. They were not the fastest. They did not have claws or fangs built for killing. What they had was daylight vision, cooperation, and fire. Everything else belonged to the night. Large predators like lions and hyenas are most active after dusk. Anthropologist Sarah Blaffer H. Ardy has argued that this predation pressure shaped early human social behavior in profound ways. Groups that stayed close together after dark survived. Individuals who wandered off alone did not. Over hundreds of thousands of generations, that pressure did not just shape behavior, it shaped biology. Your brain still carries the architecture built by that pressure. The amygdala, the almond-shaped structure that processes fear, becomes more reactive in low light. Researcher Daniel Kelly, who studies the psychology of disgust and fear, has described how ancestral threat systems remain active even in environments where the original threat is gone. Your ancestors did not fear the dark itself. They feared what the dark concealed. Think about that distinction for a moment. Darkness does not hurt you. It never has. What hurts you is what might be hiding inside it. Your mind understands this difference on some level, and it responds accordingly. In the dark, your brain does not calm down. It goes on alert. It scans. It fills gaps in sensory information with worst-case assumptions, because for a very long time, worst-case assumptions kept your ancestors alive. This is why a coat on a chair can look like a crouching figure. This is why a creak in the house sounds like a footstep. Psychologist Randolph Ness, a pioneer of evolutionary medicine, has described fear as a smoke detector system. It is tuned to produce false alarms rather than miss a real threat, because the cost of missing a real predator was so much higher than the cost of a false alarm. A jumpy ancestor who mistook a shadow for a lion lost nothing but a moment of adrenaline. A calm ancestor who ignored a real lion lost everything. That asymmetry is still wired into you. It does not know that streetlights exist. It does not know that most modern predators are extinct. It only knows the rule that kept the lineage alive. Be alert when visibility drops. Assume the worst until proven otherwise. Fire changed part of this equation, but not all of it. Archaeological evidence suggests controlled fire use stretches back at least 1 million years, possibly further. Fire pushed back the darkness in a small radius. It let humans see each other's faces, cook food, and stay warm. But fire also did something else. It gathered people together at the exact time of day when danger was highest. Some researchers argue that the nightly fire circle became one of the earliest stages for storytelling, bonding, and cultural transmission. Humans did not just survive the night, they built community around surviving it together. That detail matters. Fear of the dark was never meant to be faced alone. It was meant to pull you toward other people. Isolation in darkness was the actual danger, more than darkness itself. A lone human at night was vulnerable in a way that a group was not. Which raises an uncomfortable question. What happens when a species built to fear isolation in the dark suddenly gains the ability to light up every room, every street, every corner, whenever it wants? Does the fear disappear, or does it just lose its outlet? Modern sleep researchers have noted that many people report heightened anxiety specifically at night, independent of any real threat in their environment. Some of this is circadian biology, but some of it may be an old system with nothing left to do. Your ancestors' fear of the dark was functional. It moved them toward safety, toward each other, toward fire. Your fear of the dark, in a world of locked doors and electric light, often has nowhere to go. It just sits there, activating a system built for a savanna that no longer exists around you. So the next time the room goes dark and something in your chest tightens for no clear reason, you are not being irrational. You are hearing an alarm system built by 2 million years of nights that could kill you. It is not broken. It is simply out of date, still running in a world that stopped needing it centuries before you were born. Tonight, when the sun goes down, you will flip a switch. But somewhere underneath that simple act, something much older is still listening for what the light used to keep away.